The transformation of an average Joe to a famous athlete. Meet Joe, an ordinary man living a mundane life. Joe worked hard but had not achieved much in life so far. That all changed when he discovered his talent for sports. Joe was determined to make the most of his newfound skill, and so he decided to dedicate himself to becoming a professional athlete. Joe spent his days and nights training, honing his skills in whatever sports he could find. He practiced tirelessly until he finally reached a level of excellence. Everyone was amazed at how quickly Joe was able to become such a skilled athlete, and his drive and determination made him a respected and beloved figure in the sports world. Joe's hard work paid off, and soon he was competing on the professional stage. He made a name for himself as an unstoppable force and quickly rose to fame in the sports world. Joe was an inspiration to many, and his story became an example of what can be accomplished with dedication and hard work. Joe's talent for sports is discovered. When Joe was young, he had an affinity for sports. He excelled in baseball, football, and basketball, becoming one of the most talented athletes at his school. His natural talent was undeniable, and soon enough, scouts began to take notice. Soon, Joe was being recruited by colleges and universities to play the sport of his choice. With his newfound fame, Joe began to shine on the field, impressing coaches and fans alike with his amazing athleticism. Joe eventually decided to go pro, and his career began to take off. He became a household name and was highly sought after by many different teams. He quickly developed a reputation as one of the best athletes in the game. Joe's hard work and dedication were truly remarkable, and his talent for sports was undeniable. He had worked hard to get where he was, but it was clear that he had a special skill that set him apart from the competition. Joe trains hard to become a professional athlete. The transformation of Joe from an average Joe to a famous athlete didn't happen overnight. He dedicated himself to training and improving his skills as an athlete. Joe was determined to make the most of his talents and become a professional athlete. Joe knew that he needed to build up his strength and endurance if he wanted to make it to the top. He hired a coach to help him reach his goals and began working out several times a week. He made sure to keep up with a rigorous diet and get enough rest in order to stay in peak physical condition. In addition to physical training, Joe also worked hard to develop his mental game. He studied various techniques to help him focus and stay focused during competition. He practiced visualization techniques and learned to push past his limits in order to gain an edge over his opponents. Joe's dedication paid off, and soon he was competing at the highest level in his sport. He was determined to keep pushing himself, and before long he was one of the best athletes in the world. Joe's hard work and determination showed that anyone can achieve their dreams with enough dedication and hard work. He is a great example of how anyone can reach the top if they are willing to put in the effort. Joe worked hard and continued to practice and perfect his skill. Before long, his talent was noticed by coaches and scouts alike. Joe soon signed a contract to play professionally, and his fame started to spread. He was featured in newspapers, magazines, and sports websites all over the world. Fans from all walks of life began to follow his journey, cheering him on with each win. Joe's hard work and dedication paid off when he was chosen for national teams and tournaments. Everywhere he went, people knew his name and cheered for him as if he was their own. The pinnacle of Joe's career came when he won a major championship and was awarded the gold medal. This moment was a highlight of Joe's life, as he celebrated his success with those who had supported him along the way. Joe was now a household name, a famous athlete whose legacy will live on for years to come.